This is Thandiwe from MDMSA TV reporting live from Africa Health at Gallagher Estate in Midrand. Today we are interviewing Mr. Foolchand from Endomed, who is currently exhibiting at Africa Health as a member of the Medical Device Manufacturers of South Africa. Mr. Foolchand, thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having us here, Thandiwe. Thank you very much for having us. It's actually an honor to be here. It always is. It's good to be back after, the break with COVID and things. So we appreciate that. Thank you.
At Endomed, your medical devices have the opportunity to change people's lives in South Africa. Can you tell us a bit more about your company?
So yes, thank you so much, Thandiwe. Again, thank you for giving us this opportunity to be here and to be interviewed. We're actually proud to be celebrating our 25 years of service excellence this year at Endomed Medical and Surgical Supplies. And as you've correctly pointed out about touching people's lives, Endomed was started with the community in mind. Basically in the small community that we have here in Durban, that's where it was started, to service the community, to bring them affordable quality healthcare products, and then of course to supply the government institutions. 25 years later, we find ourselves with the national footprint. We have about 25 trademarks to our name as well, and we're proud to say that we empower the communities which are close to our offices. So in Durban, Johannesburg, and Cape Town, we pride ourselves to say that we employ people from our community. So, we're giving back to the community and, like you said, changing, people's lives. So about our company, we are primarily an importer, distributor, and manufacturer of medical devices and consumables. We stock over 2,000 items, and we are currently one of the major players or major suppliers in the wound care tender nationally. And I think further, we are SAPRA registered. Most of our products are SABS approved, and we currently in our ISO audit. So that's a bit about us.
Can you tell us a bit about the rapidly changing technology in the medical device industry?
Okay, so I'm sure that COVID has brought the fourth industrial revolution upon us faster than we expected. Everybody knew about the fourth industrial revolution, but I mean, COVID just brought it to us much faster than we expected. I think historically, sound infrastructure and things like legacy software assisted in improving the efficiencies in modern healthcare. However, now, given the demanding nature of this industry that we find ourselves in, there may be outdated software, which is not enough to meet the growing needs of the stakeholders. So with technology advancing at such a rapid rate, I think it becomes increasingly important for us to be able to integrate technology with the latest software, focusing on things like productivity, security, and efficiency without compromising on quality. I think that's important. And I could give you two examples of significant technologies that you and I are aware of that have sort of assisted in changing technology. The first one is cloud transformation. Cloud computing has gained a lot of popularity with many industries, and I think they have either completely moved over to cloud, or most of their processes, have moved over to cloud. We've seen that it improves the flow of data and obviously the scope of medical services that we offer. One of the most significant developments or advancements have been in wearable technologies, so smartwatches. Things like that. These are the things that where consumers are able to monitor their vitals more frequently and more often. At Endomed, we are fortunate that we have a portable hemoglobin meter at the moment, which allows our patients to get accurate HB results within 1 to 2 seconds.
Your medical device products touch lives throughout Southern Africa and the world. Can you tell us of the experience needed for any newcomer to the industry?
So Thandiwe, I think fortunately for some, COVID has reduced the barriers to entry in our industry significantly. We've seen lots of people coming up and starting companies with COVID. But with that being said, I think it's very important for any newcomer to remember that we're dealing with people's lives here, and compliance is key. It's important that we register with the appropriate regulatory bodies and we comply with their policies and procedures, MDMSA being one of them. And I mean, this is such a great opportunity. And I think that the advice that I would give any newcomers is to register, register with these bodies and be compliant, because it's very important.
How did you find out about Africa Health 2022?
So fortunately, we are part of the MDMSA. As you said, we're one of the members. So we found out through MDMSA about Africa Health, and we're proud to be invited. And we're actually glad to be back here to see things getting back slowly to pre-COVID levels. And we're also proud to see South Africa being a leader on the continent in terms of healthcare.
How important is the emerging medical device industry to South Africa? And do you see it as a potential employment provider and catalyst for improving the lives of South Africa?
So I think that it is an important, it is quite important in terms of emerging, and we can improve the lives of South Africans, I think, in different ways. The first and most obvious way is through employment, as you've said. I think at this point, I call upon the players in this game. We have small, medium, and large players. I think I call upon all of them and say, employ the people that are in your communities, in and around your offices, in those communities, employ them. That being the first, I think, the most obvious way. Further to that, I feel that we can improve the lives of our fellow South Africans by providing affordable and quality healthcare devices. For even if it's point of care or things like just checking glucose and the simple things. I think that's how we can improve the lives of our South Africans. Further, we can also provide education and training to the youth who are the leaders, the future leaders of our country. We could bring them in on training programs. So I definitely agree that it is quite important, and it has the potential to be a catalyst in improving the lives of our South Africans.
Thank you for joining us live from Africa Health, Mr. Foolchand. This is Thandiwe signing off for MDMSA TV. Thank you.